Hey, good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. So last week in the US, the Bureau of Economic Analysis came out with the last quarter's GDP, gross domestic product, of what is the overall health and production of the US economy. Surprise, surprise, came in at 3.3%. Wow, that was higher than the estimate of 2.0%, making annualized GDP in the US, a developed Western economy, annualized at 2.5%. Very, very healthy. But it's all lies. It's all smoke and mirrors to get you, the US citizen, Joe Public, fooled into voting Biden back in November 2024. Let's dig deeper into that GDP number. So gross domestic product measures the overall activity, production of sales and goods in an economy. In the US, government spending of 2.7 trillion% makes up most of that GDP. So in other words, we're going into a Chinese, Russian-style, Soviet-style communist regime where the government does most of the spending, fools everyone that the GDP and the health of the economy is strong, and yet the numbers do not reflect that. If you take out the government spending of 2.7 trillion, then obviously you've got the private sector, which is shrinking. So the private sector production in the US is shrinking. So you'd have a negative GDP, which would mean effectively a recession. But what Biden and the Fed is doing is quite simple. They are spending money in order to make out that the economy is strong, to fool you into a voting pattern that will bring Sleepy Joe back into the White House, and then the economy will crash. So I'm talking about non-stop that the markets will crash, and I'm talking non-stop that there is a recession. Well, when you look behind the numbers, there is a recession. The numbers are not true, and the Bureau of Economic Analysis, which produces those numbers, effectively is a mouthpiece of the Biden administration, and the Fed and Wall Street's analysts know the truth. However, they're willing to play along with this fake party. They'll continue doing what they have to do at any price to stop Trump getting in. It's all political. All political. The economy is in a shambolic state. There's no way that the US is producing GDP of 2.5% annually when you have the second biggest economy that is sinking, and you have Western economies that are producing zero, but only the US is producing huge positive GDP. You have to wake up and smell the coffee. What's happening here is a exercise to pull the wool over your eyes, and all is going to come out eventually after the election. But what's priority at the moment is to get Joe Biden back into the White House for his senior living accommodation. All going to end in tears. Once the analysts at Wall Street, who don't want to lose their jobs because they've got mortgages and families and Porsches to pay for, and then what's going to happen is they're going to continue singing along the line, and they're just going to ignore it. As the New York Times said, it was shocking report. Shocking in the good sense, not shocking, as I say, in the bad sense. Look deeper into the numbers, look at the economy, look at fundamentals, and you get an exact idea what the heck is going on with the USA. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Share, subscribe, comment. Catch you later.